SCP-2283, the woman who counts the stars. Object Class, Euclid. Threat Level, Orange Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2283 is to be housed in an isolated humanoid containment suite at Site-17, with a transparent domed ceiling and artificial night cycle simulating an unchanging star field. No natural light is permitted in the chamber. Personnel interacting with SCP-2283 must undergo weekly cognitive assessments and are forbidden from answering any numerical questions posed by the entity. All verbal communication with SCP-2283 must be pre-scripted and monitored in real time by 2 Level 3 linguists. Any deviation from the approved dialogue tree will result in immediate termination of the session. Description: SCP-2283 is a humanoid female, approximately 30 years of age, who self-identifies as Marielle, the 2283rd witness. Subject has long white hair, black sclera with no visible pupils, and demonstrates no signs of biological aging or need for sustenance. SCP-2283 is typically seen gazing upward, mumbling numeric sequences under her breath. SCP-2283 exhibits an anomalous awareness of cosmic and extrasolar events, including supernovae, black hole mergers, and neutron star collapses, often hours or days before detection by telescopic arrays. Additionally, she can recite the real-time coordinates and velocities of celestial bodies visible from Earth, even during daytime or inclement weather. The entity speaks in archaic, poetic language, often referring to herself as a watcher or recorder of stellar deaths. When asked who she is counting for, she has responded, "For the one who wakes when the number is reached." Dramatic opening. Discovery report. Date: February 19, 2019. Location: abandoned monastery near the Andes Mountains, Chile. Foundation satellites detected an anomalous spike in cosmic radiation emanating from a small stone structure, 14,000 feet above sea level. A local hiker was found babbling incoherently, eyes burned, repeating, "She looked at me. I forgot how many fingers I had. I can't stop counting." MTF Psi-10, Stardust Shepherds, was deployed. Inside the ruins, agents discovered SCP-2283 seated on the floor of a candlelit chamber, eyes closed, speaking numbers aloud with no apparent pattern. When Agent Morales shined a light in her face, she opened her eyes and whispered, "You're early. There are still 12 billion stars to fall." Interview Log 2283-A. Interviewer: Dr. Lena Voss. Date: March 5, 2019. Location: Site-17 Containment Chamber. Dr. Voss: Marielle, can you tell me what you're counting? SCP-2283. Not what, who. They fall like rain, each with a name, each with a final breath of light. I speak them back into memory so they are not forgotten. Dr. Voss, who are they? SCP-2283. The stars. The ones who burned so others could live. You ride their bones and do not know their names. Dr. Voss, and when you finish counting? SCP-2283. The door opens, silence for 12 seconds. SCP-2283. Have you ever heard silence before a sound? That is what this universe is now. A held breath. The number approaches. Addendum 2283-B. Behavioral shifts. Starting on June 14, 2020, SCP-2283 began altering her counting sequences during meteor showers and gamma-ray burst detections. On 2 occasions, she stopped counting entirely for 13 minutes, during which she wept silently and muttered, "Too fast. Too many." Following these episodes, several Foundation astronomers suffered acute migraines, nightmares, and obsessive numerical fixation. 2 attempted suicide after drawing star maps featuring blacked-out constellations labeled "expired." Cognitive hazard warnings were updated accordingly. Addendum 2283-C. Incident 2283 Vega. Date: January 3, 2023. Event: at 0341 UTC, all planetarium domes across 3 continents simultaneously broadcast the same phrase in SCP-2283's voice. It has blinked. Simultaneously, SCP-2283 collapsed and entered a catatonic state. No vital signs were detected for 3 minutes. Upon revival, she screamed, "Vega is gone," repeatedly before falling unconscious again. Analysis confirmed a sudden, unexplainable dimming of the Vega star system, visible across multiple telescopes. Vega returned to normal brightness after 44 minutes, though spectral data suggests a 0.003% matter displacement, impossible under known astrophysical laws. SCP-2283 awoke later and whispered. The eye opened and closed again. The counting anomaly. SCP-2283 has been observed to pause at certain numbers, seemingly afraid to continue. When she reached 1,000, she ceased counting for 24 hours and refused to respond to all stimuli. Upon resuming, she stated, "One for each breath left in the dark." Cross-analysis reveals many numbers she pauses at correspond to projected mass extinctions, galactic collisions, or predicted entropy thresholds. The pattern remains unclear. Addendum 2283-D. Emergency Containment Protocol. Enacted on May 9, 2025, SCP-2283 began speaking in a new tone. Flat, rapid, and without pauses. Her pupils vanished entirely, and she ignored all personnel. She repeated a single sentence every 11 minutes. 108 left, the hourglass turns. Despite medication and sensory deprivation, she maintained this cycle for 72 hours. At the same time, 108 non-anomalous individuals worldwide, all professional astronomers, disappeared without trace. Their final communications all included mentions of a blinking light that wasn't there the night before. Containment breach fears escalated. SCP-2283's counting halted on May 12th at precisely 1444 UTC. She fell silent, stood upright, and looked directly into the observation camera for the first time since capture. She then asked, "Would you like to know your number?" All on-site observers experienced simultaneous blackouts for 3 to 7 minutes. No memory of the incident remains except for one guard, who wrote the number 2284 repeatedly across the walls of the surveillance room in his own blood. He was the first person ever assigned to SCP-2283's watch rotation. Site director's note: "We thought she was a passive observer, a prophet, maybe a warning. But maybe she's not counting deaths. Maybe she's calling roll."